let's see how my voice does on this third and final Free RPG Day video. I went to, let's see if I remember the name here, Your Hobby Place in not in Washington, in Alexandria, Virginia, just outside of DC. I had never been before, and we went back and forth on whether or not we were going to go, or if we were going to go further out into the suburbs to Victory Comics, which I have hit for previous years. But finally, we decided it would be easier to get to Alexandria. It very much was, and less reliant on taking a bus. We could walk from the train station, which was nice because Victory, it's a train to a bus, possibly to a second bus, but you could walk, and then it's a fairly hefty walk, and the buses are not super frequent. Anyway, that's not a problem because that's not where we went. What did I pick up? Scry, My Little Eye. One-shot adventure with battle maps and cards. This is from Loki, I don't know, Battle Mats. And so this is as it pretty much says, this is like a 5e adventure that definitely is battle map heavy. I tend to run games theater of the mind. Wow, this is like mostly pre-generated characters. Okay. Maybe it's like, this almost feels like an Epic Encounters thing where it's just one location and you do what you do while you're there. I don't know. I'll give it a read through. Just looking at it, it seems like maybe not my cup of tea. I tend to run stuff theater of the mind. I do want to try doing a little more with flat minis and stuff, especially if I'm running Dungeon Crawl Classics or Shadow Dark, because I kind of feel like it's part of the fun of it is having the tactile thing of those representations. But my thought is I would almost certainly use like the Ultimate Dungeon terrain, not hex maps or square maps or anything like that. So anyway, I'll take a look, but just giving it a quick skim seems like maybe not my thing. Where the Zal River Flows, written by Sean Merwin. I know I've heard this guy's name, but I don't know in what context. I feel like this is 5e or 5e adjacent. It's something with Titan's Keep, which I do not know at all. Yes, 5e adventure set in Zaltrunia in the world of Kalador. This adventure is meant to be played as part of Free RPG Day using 6 third-level pre-generated characters that can be downloaded at titanskeep.com. Okay. So, yep, we just have a little adventure. That map looks like it comes out of Zelda, like the old original Zelda. Anyway, no idea. I'll give it a read. We'll see. They were giving out whatever, they had no limits at all. It was like whatever, take whatever you left. But by the time we got there, it was a little later in the day and there wasn't much around. And that gives you that, like, I was like, whatever, I'll throw on. I have no interest whatsoever in ever playing or running Pathfinder or Starfinder. These, to me, like, the benefits of these games, the strengths of these games, what people use as a selling point is exactly not the kind of game that I want to play. It's like when people talk about, oh yeah, there's a million options for customization, that's not a word, customization and all this. I'm like, well, that sounds terrible to me. I don't like it. But that said, adventures are adventures. It's not hard to lift ideas. So I may read through this, and if there is something that I like, a creature, an encounter, who knows, I can lift that for whatever game I might run. And that includes this because I like my games weird. And who knows, maybe this would make sense as an adventure for Star Wars or Scum and Villainy or something like that. And if not, I definitely will have dimensional doors in my Dungeon Crawl Classics game. So maybe characters flop into some weird space situation. I don't know. And lastly, I mentioned in a previous video that I grabbed the quick start guide, and then I saw this. It was at a good price. It's the second edition starter box. Let's do it. Let's check it out. I'll show you what's in the back. I may do a sort of a separate unboxing video for this, just to take a look at the bits and bobs. I think I will, because I don't want to put it into this video. So anyway, let's check it out. I love Star Trek, and I would love to find a way to get a Star Trek game going. I think that'd be a ton of fun. All I need is another game on my list of games I'd like to get to the table. So why not? Why not? This now gives me, I think, I don't have every version of Star Trek that's come out, because there's something I'm not remembering. There's another Star Trek RPG that I think there was one before FASA. I think that's true. I don't think it was TSR, but it might have been. But I think there was one before FASA. Anyway, let's see. We'll check it out. Who knows? That's it for Free RPG Day. I think I will do a little video on this coming up. And, did you get out? Did you check out anything? What stores are good in your area for Free RPG Day? I feel like it's kind of a crapshoot almost every year. Now, in DC, we have a couple of strong stores. I mentioned Victory Comics out in Virginia, out in the Falls Church area. They're a solid comic shop, and they usually do quite a bit for Free RPG Day, which is great. I will say, Your Hobby Place, it seems like their focus is on miniature games like Warhammer or that kind of thing. But I also saw that they do have some in-store gaming with like D&D and Pathfinder, that kind of thing. And then, of course, Labyrinth is a great shop. I think the thing for me with Labyrinth is that it is pretty big for a store that is in the heart of DC, where rents are so ridiculous and everything. But I always find it a little bit, for my taste, it's a little bit there's too much happening there, so I don't always feel comfortable there. But I think that it's a great shop, and they are, I think, great people, and they are very welcoming to the community, and I think that's super important. My personal hang-ups about being around people is not a negative on that shop. I think Labyrinth is fantastic, and they go all out for Free RPG Day. And I think if you are in the DC area on Free RPG Day, absolutely go and sign up for some games and check out what they've got, because it's a great shop and they do some great work. But I thought Your Hobby Place really cool. It was my first time visit, and I thought they were pretty cool. So until next time, whatever that might be, which is probably going to be Star Trek Adventures, take care.